Good day, students. So this week we are going to continue learning about Google tools, and we'll be focusing on Gmail. And Gmail is an email client from Google, and it is mainly used for formal communication. So if you need to email your teacher about concerning your work, um, if you're getting into the field of work, if you want to send in applications, anything that has to do with, keeping records of formal dialogue, that you would use email for that purpose. So first, open up your browser, and you are going to. There are a number of ways to get to Gmail. Sometimes you will have Gmail set on your favorites bar, or if you go to google.com, they will either prompt you to sign in, or you click Gmail, or you yes, and you click Gmail from the menu, or you can just simply type gmail.com or Gmail, and it will send you. So I already signed in once using my account, so you will see the list of accounts that you have used previously. So I'm going to click my account, and you type in your password, and you log into your Gmail. Now on your left side you have the inbox, chat, sent, draft, the different inboxes by default, and I have created some labels which you are going to learn later. Then you can directly start a meeting, schedule a meeting, see all the meetings you have from Gmail. And then you have the Hangout, where you can send chats or messages, so you can see your phone calls and the contacts and the different conversation you had. You can hide the menu by clicking this main menu button, so you'll have more space. If you click it, it's going to expand and give you more detail. When you see then, and you hover, you put your cursor over the different options you have, it will expand and it will close back. Okay, and on top you can search your email. I am going to give you the different search operators for you to quick search, and this is your support. So you can, if you have any questions on how to navigate and do different functions, you can click this. Then the settings, which we will be exploring this week, and of course you have the Google Apps and your account information on the top right side. And this is your email, the inbox, and on the right you are going to see the different apps that you can use whilst you are in Gmail. So if you get a email with maybe scheduling a meeting, you can actually do it, sync it with the calendar. If you have something that you want to keep a record of for you to retrieve it later, you can use Google Keep. If you want to create to-do list, you can create a to-do list right there using task, and so on. We are going to go over all of them in detail, but one by one. First, we are going to learn to send an email. Some of you have already sent me some emails, so I know you know how to do it, but nonetheless, let's go over them. So you are going to click compose. Every time you click compose, a new window will pop up, and it's going to basically give you everything that you need to send in a new email. So wherever you see to is who you're going to send it to. Now you can either type in an email address, and as you type, it will give you an option of the people that's in your contact. If it's new email address that you are sending, if it's a new person that you new sender, you will not see it popping up. Or you can click on to, the word to, and you can select, if you don't remember the email address, you can select the person who you have in your contact. If you have organized your contact, you will see there. So admin, all contacts, studying and in Android device, teachers, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to send in a test email, and the subject is basically what you are going to see on this part. Let me minimize that. On this part, so here you see email with attachment. That's an email I received from somebody. So let's going to call it, I will send an email to myself, so you will see how it shows. And we are going to call it Gmail assignment. And here is the body. Whatever you type there is going to be shown as the main message. Now this part I have is my signature, and I assign it to every email that I am sending. It will add in my signature automatically, but for you, you will have blank if you have not assigned any signature. So we are going to learn. And but before I send anything, I want you to look on the left side. Under draft, you'll see a number 1. That means I have 1 email on my draft box. Every time you are sending an email and you have not sent the email as yet, is going to save it on the draft, okay, automatically. And if you are trying to send but somehow maybe you lost internet connection or something happened with your device, so the email did not send, it's going to be stored on draft folder. Okay, and if you are especially this part of the email before you send, I want you to look at the different let's see, options we have available. So okay, let me just type something. This is my first assignment. Okay, so you can click formatting options, and from there you can change the font style. If you want to bold, italize, the different formatting you can do to the email, you can access it there. But the part I am interested in is this part. The paperclip is called attach files. Now when you click on it, and you can attach the different files on your email to send it. So for example, you are asked to do an assignment, maybe take a picture of your work and send it to the teacher. What you're going to do, after you put in the teacher's email address and you name the subject, the title, and you can say, good morning miss, good morning sir, this is whoever, and this is the assignment that you have asked for. And before you send, you click attach file. It'll open a new window where you can check the different the files you have on your device. You select it. If it's I don't know, let's see, if it's require criteria or whatever work you have done, you click open, and when you click open, it's going to upload on your message. Okay, I will leave it so you will see how it is, and when you are done, you are going to click send. But let's just go over quickly the other options they have. You can insert a link. So if you are doing work on a website, different website, or you want to share a different website, you can actually insert link, and it will, so assignment, insert link, and you can basically copy. So let's try something. I'm going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to copy the YouTube email address, web address, and I'm going to paste. Okay, you can link into an email address, and you can also link an web address, sorry, and you can also link an email address. Okay, now as I have assigned the link, you will realize the word assignment is in blue and is underlined. So when the recipients open this message, you can direct them to a website. Okay, you can add your emojis, you can insert file if you are from your Google Drive. So if you have done work on Google, let's say Google Docs or Google Slides, whatever the case may be, if it's already stored in your Google Drive, you can share it directly using this button. You can insert a photo, and you can make the email confidential. So you can actually set the different criteria for the confidential mode. You can make it require password, okay, and you can make it expire. So after by certain date, the email will expire and it will go to vault. Okay, and you can insert signature. I already inserted it automatically, and there are more options. You can go over it. You can label it one time. Okay, you can spell check. You can print. Okay, if you do not want to send the email anymore, if you just close it, it's going to store in draft. But if you really want to get rid of it, you click discard draft. Okay, so now you can click to send right away, or you can actually schedule to send. So if I do not want to send this yet, and let's say I want to send it tomorrow, I can actually click this, and you know it will automatic when the time reach, it will send automatically, so I don't have to worry about making sure I wake up whatever time, or I have to log in whatever day for me to send an email. I can schedule it and it will automatically do it for you. So I'm going to click send. Since I send it to myself, I already received the email. Now every time you receive an email with an attachment, you are going to see, well, the type of view I have. There are different views available. So I have the default view, they have the comfortable view and compact view. You can change that on the quick settings. Okay, so with the default view, you will see the attachments in the email. So this is my email I sent. When I click on it, it's going to open. Gmail assignment was my subject, and this is the message I type. This is my first assignment. When I click on it, it should direct me to YouTube because that's the address I put. So the link is working, and when you go down, you are going to see the attachment. So when you see the attachment, there are going to be different options. The two main options you will see is this arrow button, which is download. So you can download this file onto your device, or you can store it into your drive. Sometimes you may not see this option. It's according to the type of file that's attached to your email. So mine is the docx file, Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word file. So actually I can edit it in using Google Docs, so it gives me this option. If there are file you cannot edit, you will only see download or save to drive, add to drive option. Okay, and that's how you check the email that you have received on the inbox. So let me check the second. As you can see, you see number one, that means I have one unread email. So when I click, is this is an email I sent, I received from myself. Okay, and this is the picture I attached. So as you can see here, I cannot edit this picture online using Google Tools, so it only gives me two options: download the picture, or I can add it to Google Drive. And there again you see my signature, and at the bottom Google gives you an option to reply quickly. So if they send you an email and you want to reply quickly, you can just click on it and it'll generate it for you. So it gave me an option to say, got it, thanks, got it, received, thank you. Or you can click reply right there. When you see the arrow going back, that means you are sending it, you are replying, you are sending the email back to the person to say that you have received. So it is a good practice every time you receive an email from somebody to reply to them to let them know that you have received the email. Okay, now forward, using the arrows going forward. Now what forward does is that you can take this email and send it to somebody else. So that's the difference between reply and forward. Reply is you sending the email, you're answering back the person who sent the email to you. Forward is that you are going to resend that same email to different people. Okay, and you can always get an option on top here. Okay, and using the star. Now right now it's not starred. If there are any important email, for example you are working on your SBA or deadline to make payments, or something very important and you do not want to get mixed up, you should click star. Okay, you can star it. Now when you star it, you are going to see the star, so you can actually filter. When I when I click start, what you see happen is that the one with the star highlighted, so it gives me, it's easy for me to find the different emails. Okay, now another quick input tool that you can use is that you have some all the different input tools that's available, but I'll make a separate video talking about these things. So actually if a teacher, if for example if you have a friend in your class who's only speaking, let's say, French or Spanish, and you want to send them the work a teacher has given you to make sure they understand, you can actually um, type the email in English, but you can use the translate feature. Okay, but before I end the video, another important feature that I want to share with you. Okay, there are different options available, right? So before I, to add to task and to mark it as unread and stuff and move to different inbox, I want to talk about the labels. What you are going to do, well, what you have is labels. Okay, you can create different labels for you to organize your inbox further. So let me give you an example. I'm going to click labels. Right now it's not, it's not labeled, it's just in my inbox. Okay, but let's say you want to, these are the different labels I had, so I can easily check, sort my email. For example, I was doing my SBA with the Form 5s. I created a label called SBA 2020. So anytime I receive an email from Form 5 student concerning their SBA, it's going to store under this label. So when I need to go over all the SBAs in my email, all I have to do is search this, go to this label, and it will sort out all the SBAs for me. If I receive anything, for example, from your homeroom teacher concerning the class list to say who's in music, who's in IT, I add it to this list, homeroom list, subject list. And when I click on it, it's going to give me all the emails that teachers ever send me about the different lists. So you can actually assign it. So we are going to learn to create new menus. So when you click the label button, the menu pops up, and you can click manage label. That's to manage the different labels you have. So if you want to remove something, right, or change the spelling, but in our case we are going to create new. So click create new, and let's call it, what should we call it? let's call it IT class. So anytime you receive, let's say, an email from me concerning the IT class, you'll want to save it on the IT class. Now you can call what you have at below is nested label under. Now if you are nesting is a way of putting how would I call it, you are putting the label under a different label. So okay, let me give you an example. So if we have, for example, you have a label called schoolwork, right? But you have different schoolwork, and maybe you want a label for homework. So if you create schoolwork, for example, and you say, let's say you created it, and you're going to create another one called homework, because you can have homework, you can have quiz, right? Different emails concerning different things. So you want to create a label for homework. Now if you click label under, you are going to choose a parent. Okay, now if you have created schoolwork, you will see it on this list, and all you are going to do, for example, is I'm just going to click material. When I click material and I press create, it's going to put homework under material. Okay, but we are not creating any nested labels for now, but I just explained it to you so you can actually narrow you can actually create a label to organize your inbox further. So I'm just going to call it IT class, and I'm going to click create. So right now on top there you'll see inbox. Now you'll see IT class. That's because when you create a label under an email, it's going to automatically attach it. So IT class, you see it's ticked. If I move it and I click apply, the IT class moves. So I'm going to call it IT class and apply. Now is and you will also see IT class there, right? Now there, when you click on the options, you can actually choose a color. Okay, let's choose what color. I don't have. I choose, was it purple? So it's going to see the color. So when I go to my inbox, you are going to see my label in the color that you chose. Okay, so that's one way. Now if I click the label, it's only going to show me the email that's under that label, right? So what an easy way to search your email address. So let's review. We learn how to compose email. Well, first we learn how to sign in to check your Gmail, and we learn to compose email. We learn to reply. We learn the basic layouts, um, and we learn how to apply the label, create new labels, and apply labels. Okay. Now I do not want to make the video too long, so this is going to be for this video, but we still have a lot to talk about using the filters. Oh, and we also talk about star. We have to talk about the archive, how to delete, okay, and how to search. We have to talk about the signature, how to add signatures. We have to talk about how to add, how to open Google Calendar, and creating an event, and to-do list, keep, and everything. And we have to learn how to use the translate feature. So we still have a lot to cover in Gmail. So I hope you understood everything in this. You will be getting an assignment to do for this week. But I'm going to create an assignment after I make another video, and basically your assignment is going to be about sending an email to me for your marks, and it will have to include an attachment as well as the signature, right? So I hope you understood everything in the video. If you have not, you can always message me in Google Class, on email. Okay, so see you next class.